Hello and welcome to the second game of the day. The Women's Premier League in the morning, the Men's Premier League in the afternoon. It's Das Khalil Saiwan taking on United Services Recreation Club, USRC. And the team for USRC, Aftab Hussain is in the 11, Akbar Khan, Ali Hassan, Babar Hayat, Ishtiaq Muhammad, Muhammad Usama, Muhammad Fahad Hayat, Parasing Benny, Shahid Wasif, the captain and the wicketkeeper, Waqas Khan and Zakir Hayat round out the 11 for USRC. The 12th man today would be Muhammad Ahmed Sardar. We're ready for the start. The umpires are in the middle. The teams are out on the ground already. Das Khalil Saiwan has been put into ball. Yep, rightly. So USRC have put Das Khalil Saiwan in the field under the sun. Quite hot today. And for United Services Recreation Club, Shahid Wasif will take that first ball. Asad Rashid with the ball. The playing squad for Das Khalil Saiwan. Haider Ali, the vice captain of the side. Asad Rashid is in the team. Wicketkeeper is going to be Ibrahim Ishaq Muhammad, Ahsan Khan, the skipper, Rajab Hussain, Sharia Khan, Tanveer Ahmed, Preet Mangukia, Ashir Muhammad is playing. Suleiman Butt, Haris Muhammad. Round out the 11. The 12th for them today is Shrey Chanchur. First ball, runs it down to third man for a single. Shahid Wasif off the mark right away. Well, there's somebody by the name of Usama who's opening the batting. I'm not sure if it's the same Usama that I know. I don't think he would have been opening the batting, but there is Muhammad Usama opening the batting, facing his first ball from Asad Rashid. Tries to flick it towards the leg side, and that's signalled wide, missed by the keeper. It's going to be 5 wides. Early Chinese New Year gift down the leg side from Asad Rashid. Six on the board already. Shahid Wasif, very fresh off 193 in the 50-over format last weekend. So he is in pretty good form. And that is hit hard down the ground. They take on the arm. Bowlers, and could have been closer, but Preet Mangukia decides to go to the batter end. And they run through for a single. I think Muhammad Usama. I've not seen him before. So it's got to be a fresh player. Point, cover, extra cover. And Shahid Wasif just takes a couple of steps. Shoulders, arms to that one. Haider Ali still nursing that thumb fracture. Surprisingly, the weather's pretty hot today. Up in the high 20s. Feels like early 30s. Good weather for cricket though. And once again, the umpire signals a wide. A bit of a wayward start here from Asad Rashid. He's got to get his line right, and with that delivery he loses, and that catching man in the slips as well. Tanveer Ahmed moves out to a short mid-wicket position. And once again, Shahid Wasif lets it go through. Starting off with a very long over. Extras in this over. Only one run, having 2 runs in fact, having come off the bat. Cuts it straight to the fielder, Shahid Wasif. Very early on to that one, and that is going to be the end of the over after 1 over. It's 8 for no loss for USRC. After Hussain there with that cheeky smile, just walking across the broadcast. And looks like it's going to be Shahryar Khan with the second over with the new ball. Shahryar to Osama, and hit straight to the fielder. Aerial for a while, bounces short of the fielder. It seems like the ball's coming onto the bat pretty nicely. Didn't seem like that in the first game of the day, the women's game. It didn't seem like it was coming onto the bat as nicely, but at the moment it looks very good. It looks like a good deck to bat on. So far, we've not seen much in terms of deviation. Shot, point for 6. It's got to go, and it's gone. Shot ball, banged it into the wicket. Stood up there for the batter to just swing his arms through. Osama takes full advantage of that one. Just gives him a little shimmy with that front leg and clears that left leg. Swatted down the ground for 6. Shahryar did start a little bit expensive the last time I saw him bowling in the Premier League as well. A white ball, he's got to find a method. He generally doesn't really bowl short, but for some reason decided to go back of a length on that one. And this time goes proper shot. Didn't like that charge down the wicket from the batter. And decided to go bang it into the turf there. I think his strength really is to get that ball up and swinging. And just that second ball, he missed his length. And in turn, it's now become almost like a back and forth battle with the batter. He wanted to give him the chin music. Went short, and seems like the batter's now taking a step out of the crease and knows he's bowled his one for the over, can't go short again. Can go short, but he has to keep it under the shoulder. Goes length again, up in the air, fielder under it, should be taken, and that is taken by Rajab Hussain at a long off. And that is the end of Osama. He was trying to take on the very wily Shahryar Khan at this time, going short of a good length, and just pulling it back a little bit. Didn't go too full, didn't go too short. And the batsman in the end just lobbed it up in the air. I didn't really get much distance on that one. So Osama has gone, and in comes the big fish, the big monster of Hong Kong. Babar Hayat, if he bats anything like he was batting in the training, I saw him on Thursday. Oh, the Yaskal Saiwan, you're in for a tap. Ooh, bottom edge down to third man, Haris Mohammed, the fielder there. Just going to be one. And Baba gets off the mark right away. Shahid Wasif still batting on one. He's been out there for 9-10 deliveries. Shahryar with a wicket early. With a 6 hit off his bowling. He's come back, he's picked up the wicket. Swings it and another outside edge. Will run down to third man once again. Chance for a second. Will they come back? No, they won't. A little bit of a fumble there from Haris Mohammed. It was quite a quick outside edge. Travelled quickly to him. And that's the end of 2 overs. After 2, it's 16 for the loss of 1. Asad Rashid to continue. He'll be bowling to Shahid Wasif. These two really the mainstays for USRC, and Akbar Khan to follow. And just worked off his legs. Very nicely played. Turns it towards the leg side. Rajab Hussain, the fielder, on the boundary there at mid-wicket. Got a short third man, a fielder back at gully as well, walking in. And bowls it into the body. And Babar Hayat just dabs it straight back to him. Be interesting to see the approach of Babar Hayat. He knows he's really one of the biggest batters in Hong Kong, if not the biggest. If I was rating him, I'd probably rate him at the top. He's got such good hand-eye coordination. Babar Hayat can play both ways. He's very quick between the stumps as well. So far, it looks like the batters are happy to not go too hard too early. USRC do have a very, very good side. Punches it off the back foot straight to the fielder there. That looks like Suleiman Butt there at extra cover. Preet Mangukia at his usual point position, patrolling that part of the ground more often than not. Gun fielder Preet Mangukia goes full. Oh, it's a good delivery. Babar Hayat playing from the crease, just throwing his hands out at that delivery. That one going away from his bat. And it seems like Ibrahim Ishaq has decided he's going to come up to the stumps and that has been smashed through the covers for a boundary to end the over. Spoils the over. Was a very good over up until that point. And at the end of 3 overs, United Services Recreation Club 21 for the loss of 1. Shahryar Khan is going to continue, and Ibrahim Ishaq is going to stand up to the stumps. Some Haider Ali at point. He's stolen that point position from Preet Mangukia, send him into the extra cover position. Oh, good delivery once again. That one not really bouncing as much as Shahid expected. Just scooted through. And that one is run down to third man once again. Shahid Wasif favouring that third man area today. He's scored 3 out of his 4 runs down at that region. So they've decided to bring the third man up in the circle for Babar Hayat and send the deep square leg out. Oh, good length once again. And a good diving effort there from Harris. Just gets a hand to that. Keeps it down to 1 by. I'm sure there's a bit of chit-chat out in the middle between Baba and Sharia. They play a lot of cricket together as well. They play a lot of cricket against each other. Take ball cricket and league cricket here in Hong Kong as well. So know each other pretty well. From the same place in Pakistan as well. Atak. Ooh, back of a length once again. And Shahid Wasif this time just not able to get on top of the bounce. The ball just going past over the bat. Ibrahim, the wicketkeeper for Dask Khalil Saiwan. So they have sent the third man fielder back. He was up in the circle for a couple of balls. I think for Babar Hayat they have him up in the circle. For Shahid Wasif they have him back, and they've got the slip in for Shahid Wasif as well. Very good length. Hits it out to extra cover. Preet Mangukia there. Loud call of no from Shahid Wasif. No run available there. So far, another good over. Just a couple of runs coming off this over. I think Daskal Savan so far have kept a lid on the scoring so far. So they've got to just keep doing what they're doing. Drop and run. Had the really hit point there. He's lightning quick. And that is the end of the over after 4. It is 23 for 1 for USRC. And now we see our first change in bowling. It looks like Tanveer Ahmed is coming into ball. Another right arm pacer. After just following Sherry. Sherry's bowled is to Asad. The left arm medium pacer taken out of the attack. Comes Tanveer Ahmed. And he's tried to deposit that one. Will that go all the way? Yes, that's a miss hit gone for 6. That didn't really connect, but once Babar decides he's going to go for it, he does not leave anything in the tank. He goes all the way. Welcomes his friend with the 6. Tanveer Ahmed there, just a slow little warm-up delivery for him. And this one punched. Chance, and they make it safely. A good fielding there in the covers. Just moving that mid-wicket fielder a little bit square for Shahid Wasif. Had him a little bit in front of mid-wicket for Babar Hayat. Oh, another swing and miss from Shahid Wasif. He has come off a very good innings, but he's just missed a few slashes and shots that he's gone hard at. I guess that's the thing with T20 cricket. You've got to always try and stay ahead of the game and keep attacking. But I think with Babar Hayat on the other hand, he could probably take a little bit of time, just turn over the strike and let Babar do the hitting. And this one is hit straight to the fielder. Misfield once again from Suleiman Butt. But I think the last one that went towards him was a very good stop from him. And Babar Hayat once again back on strike. Babar Hayat on 12 already. Tamir Ahmed once again. Slower one, and this one is pocketed up and over extra cover for 4. I think this length and the amount of width that is being given to Babar is just not going to work. Babar just hangs back, takes one hand off the handle. All he has to do is get enough behind that ball to get it over the field, and it's always going to run. Been an expensive over so far. Oh, he beats him on the outside edge this time. Good over there for USRC. A couple of boundaries coming in that over. After 5, they are 35 for 1. I think we're going to see another change. It looks like it's going to be Rajab Hussain into the attack. Rajab Hussain with his first over, first delivery coming up. He'll be bowling to Shahid Wasif. He's had a little bit of a slow start, but he can always catch up. He's got all the shots in the book. Back of a length there, drop and run, chance at the non-strikers. Would have been close. Would have been close, I reckon. Taking on Haider Ali's arm. Not the wisest of choices, but they managed to get through safely. Haider Ali at point, and Ashir Muhammad or Ashir Khan. Yeah, he's Ashir Muhammad. He's at covers. Back of a length, and once again goes hard. Fielder out there. They've got protection down at mid wicket. He'll keep it down to 1. And that one is scooped up. No fielders back there. Wouldn't have mattered. It's gone for 6. Drifting down the leg side, just helped on its way. Just a little pickup shot there. Good bat swing. And that one goes out there and hits the side screen behind the batter. We see a lot of them hitting straight down the ground. The side screen in front of the batters. This one goes back and hits the side screen behind the batter. Good shot, another 6. And tries to work it towards the leg side. Rajab Hussain, the only one appealing. And why not? think a few times that I've seen him bowl in the last few outings, he's probably bowled from the Argyle Street end, and it looks like they've decided to change his end today. I could be wrong. I'm just speaking off the top of my memory. He's bowled very well from the other end. And once again, it's dropped out into the offside, and they'll get through for another one. That is very good running from Shahid Wasif and Babar Hayat. That is really, really good. Rajab Hussain once again. Oh, how's that missed? Oh, that is not missed. That's an outside edge. Baba gets a life. Baba gets an outside edge. The keeper standing up had no opportunity to catch that one, and that has run down to third man for 4. Fortuitous, but a boundary nonetheless. Yet to see Hassan Khan into the attack. We're into the 7th over. Tanveer Ahmed to continue. He was taken for some runs by Baba in the last over. Put him away for a couple of boundaries. Shahid Wasif facing this time. Cuts it away straight to the fielder. Looks like that's Asad Rashid there. And they're moving the fielders around. Every now and again you're trying to find Haider Ali somewhere. Or he's up out here at the cow corner fence, and they've got Rajab Hussain at mid-wicket with the fancy glasses. Haris Muhammad at long on. Slowy goes away from the bat. Shahid Wasif playing tentatively. And that one just moving away ever so slightly. Another one run down to third man. I think that's going to beat Shahriar Khan to the fence, and it does. Shahid Wasif is fancying behind the wicket today. Most of his runs coming behind the wicket instead of in front. And that one as well just runs down to third man off the outside edge of the bat. And once again, the same region, but this time it's only going to be one. Sherry picks up one-handed. And they get through for another single. Already 5 in this over. They've quietly gone past their 50 mark as well. And they're on 53 now. And they got to that 50 mark with that boundary down to third man. Barber has put that away for 4 once again. Behind point. He's waited on that one. Cut it away for 4. It's backed away. Cut it away. Down to that third man fence. It's been a high scoring area for USRC today. And they've got off to a good start. They've got to just keep going. And they have the firepower towards the end of the innings where they could, if provided a launch pad, they could get up around 210, 220. We've seen high scoring games this season already. KCC chasing 250 plus against HKCC. That's a couple of weeks ago. Slowy once again. And nicely played. They get through for a single. And that is going to close out the over from Tanveer Ahmed as well. USRC after 7, 58 for 1. Looks like Hassan Khan has brought himself into the attack. The skipper's into the attack. He'll need a wicket, and it's the big man facing as well. So a wicket here could actually put the brakes on the scoring for USRC. But Baba, is he going to take him on? It's gone back, punched it straight to the fielder. Lazy there from Preet Mangukia. And just standing there thinking they're not going to go for it. I think Babar had a look and just thought, he's resting on his heels. We probably take him on. And that's probably that one step that Preet Mangukia needs to take. He's a young man. He needs to learn every ball matters. Every ball is an event. He's got to be on his toes every delivery. And once again, I think that's going to beat Haris Mohammed to the fence. That's well played again. And the love affair between Shahid Wasif and the third man continues. He gets another boundary down to third man. Hassan Khan just firing that one in. Shahid Wasif using the pace and just opening the face on that one, running it down to third man. Hit back to the bowler. Good fielding there by Hassan Khan. He's actually very good off his own bowling. Once again, another outside edge. And the fielder does not manage to get hand on that one. Gives it a little dive. Misses the ball. I think you'd probably put that into the misfields column. I think they need to make a column for the misfields. So us coaches can go back and have a little go at our players. Because that one probably should have been stopped, and they've decided to put Preet Mangukia at short third. Demotion for Haris Mohammed. I'm not so sure. He's now at point where your best fielder fields. And once again, loud appeals, and the reverse running appeal from Hassan Khan not really working. And we'll be able to see it in the replay. Oh, he's going round as well. And that could have been close. but probably missing off stump there. Ehsan Khan, he always believes. Nicely forward and defends that to end the over. Not happy with Shahid Wasif. Yep, Shahid Wasif says next over I'm going to hit you over square leg. I don't think that's going to happen. Up fielder there, should be taken and he's put it down. Who's the culprit there? Looks like Suleiman Butt. Suleiman Butt, what are you doing, my friend? That would have been a big wicket. Babar Hayat once again just staying inside the crease and trying to go up and over. Managed to go up and over, but that was hit straight to the fielder who puts it down. They're lucky Munir Ahmed is not playing today. I would have given him a mouthful. And that's very nicely played. I think that's deliberate and that is fantastic placement. Sherry giving it a chase. I don't think he's going to win that one. And that has run down to third man once again. And from our angle, it was absolutely perfectly placed. Thread the needle really nicely. And this one dropped out into the offside for a single. That is very good running from USRC. Shahid Wasif batting nicely. Now he's now gone past Babar Hayat. That's good batting. That one is hit really nicely this time. Played with a little bit of anger. And this time dispatches it. Nonchalantly done really. And just stood there and punched that on the back foot. Lovely, lovely flow of the bat. Once again, ran out to point, and I think he knew it was going to be 2 from the get-go. Probably be 3. Wants to go, decides against it. But putting a lot of pressure on the LSW fielders now. He's starting to dictate the game, and this is very dangerous for Daskal Il Saiwan. He's only into the 30s. If they don't get him now, it's going to make them pay. They've already put him down. It's going to be very costly. Cut away again. Work for the fielder to do. Gets around. Going to come back for a couple. Baba can sprint. You normally don't really see him trying too hard. But he had to get on his bike in that one. Really motored along. That's nice to see. Really giving it their all. USRC 81 after 9. Single to Haider Ali. Haider Ali is having to do a little bit of running now. He's been sent out to mid-wicket on the other side of the ground. Shahid Wasif, very smartly done, just turns the strike over and tells him to go deal with the experienced Mr. Ehsan Khan. Ehsan Khan, he's going to have to get through his 4 overs and he's going to have to pick up a couple of wickets. Cut away, work for the fielder, Ashir Muhammad. Gets down in time. Keeps it down to 1. Nicely bowled. Once again, smart from Shahid Wasif. Not trying too hard, just rotating the strike. Gets forward, angles the bat into covers and just drops it into the covers for a single. Smart batting in partnerships here from USRC. 3 balls gone, yet to see a boundary. Or is it coming now? Oh, it's nicely bowled, but very nicely played as well. It's bunted down the ground for a single. Rajab Hussain, commonly known as Mr. Rocky, fielding at long off there. 2 balls remaining. Something's got to give. If anything, will Shahid Wasif go for the sweep? They've actually got a man back there for him. They've got 2 people behind square. Nope, he is not. Tries to drop it into the offside for a single. Not there. So they've got 2 fine legs. They've got a short fine leg and a deep fine leg for Shahid Wasif. He loves to play that little sweep around the corner behind fine leg. Nicely bowled. Good over there from Daskal Al Sawan. Just 4 coming off it. Well done to Ehsan Khan. And we'll probably go into drinks. So far, I think USRC would probably be the happier side with 85 on the board with just 1 wicket lost. Daskal Al Sawan have got to do some thinking. 49 on the board now. Boundary off the first ball. Off the comeback after drinks. And that is hit. No fielders there. Fetch that one. Another boundary for Babar Hayat. Babar Hayat in some sublime batting form. Scores rushed to 93. And looks like the drinks break hasn't really worked for Daskal Saiwan. Babar Hayat is just looking more rejuvenated, more hydrated. He's taking on some fluids and he is now looking very fluid. Now trying to work out a field where they can put some pressure on Babar Hayat. But it looks like he's seeing the ball like a watermelon now. Apologies, there's no white watermelons. Gotta come up with something else. I'm seeing it like a football. Yeah. Babar Hayat. Short ball. Tries to go hard. This plays a little bit too early. And they get through for one. Puts Shahid Wasif back on strike. Still tinkering with the field. They've got a deep mid wicket cow corner. They want the extra cover to be in. They've got a long on at the early butt at long on there. That one is hit away once again. Easy single there. Suleiman Butt once again not able to get that cleanly. Fielding at point now. He put Babar Hayat down earlier. There was a regulation catch. He'd be disappointed. Suleiman Butt, generally a very good fielder. He's been having a fantastic season. He's got to just put that out of his head and continue with the game. Back of a length, worked away into the offside once again for a single. The USRC can afford to do this after boundaries early in the over. With these two, they know they could just take their time, and they have all the shots in the book to up the ante if needed. They're going at around 10 and over, but and they'd like to maybe going at 9 in fact. That one is hit hard straight to the fielder, and a little bit of a fumble once again. The Daskal Saiwan fielders have got to grab onto the ball and let's put some pressure on the batters. It's got to be. And it looks like Babar Hayat has done away with the helmet. He's going to bat in the cap. It's Ehsan Khan to continue bowling. Shahid Wasif on strike, comes down, hits it down the ground, just changes the strike over, gives it to Babar Hayat. Just a couple away from a 50, Babar Hayat, and a couple away for 100 for Team USRC. It's a little bit slower there from Ehsan Khan, but really nicely played by Babar Hayat. Hit right into the gap, and that'll be his 50. Babar Hayat is looking dangerous. Big score looks ominous for Babar Hayat. He's got to 50 in no time. batting at number 3 today. That one is worked away towards the leg side, looking for a couple. Haider Ali, the fielder there, and Shahid Wasif has been sold down the river. It looked like Babar Hayat did call for a second, and in the end decided against it. Well, we'll have to have a look at that again, whether there was a second in there or not. But Shahid Wasif, very disappointed, having really built that innings towards a big score. He was doing the right things, and unfortunate for him to go in that manner. And in walks Akbar Khan at number 4. He looked in very dangerous form the last time I saw him play here at Mission Road. Hit some humongous sixes down the ground. Fancied straight down the ground. I think probably a little bit of a miscommunication between the two batters. Babar, I think as soon as he touched down, he kind of thought Haider Ali was really rushing in. The two would probably been a touch and go. Could have been possible, but still it would have been touch and go. I think maybe a louder call could have saved Shahid Wasif there from getting out, but unfortunately he has to go, and he's now being replaced by Khan Akbar. A very able replacement, really. Khan Akbar, he's been a mainstay with the USRC for and that one has drifted down the leg side. The umpires signaled it. A little bit of gardening from Akbar Khan. He wants to take his time, slowing the game down a little bit. That one is once again into the pitch from Ehsan Khan. He's got a lot of control, Ehsan Khan. Tries to work it towards the leg side. No runs available there. A loud call of no. Akbar Khan just trying to rotate the strike, and that's what a wicket does. A few dot balls here and there, and the pressure starts to mount on the batters. 3 dots for Khan Akbar, and he's gone for the sweep. They've got a fielder there, and once again unable to get that cleanly. Asad Rashid, and they'll end the over, and they'll bring up 100 as well. And the 100's been bought up a while ago. Only I've been sleep talking. 103 on the board now after 12, and the helmet being run out again. It's Ashir Muhammad with the ball once again. Babar took him on the last time he was bowling. Full hit hard. Oh, put down. Oh. Fully stretched right mid from Ehsan Khan at mid off. So hit really hard. Good effort there. But the standards that these guys set, he'd be disappointed. That's gone down to ground. He would have wanted to take that one. Would have been an interesting scenario had Akbar Khan gone. Short ball up in the air, stay up in the air until you go out of the ground. That's gone for 6 once again. Babar Hayat in no mood to stop. Hitting them really nicely. Short of a length. Ashir, they're trying to bang it into the surface. There's not much bounce in the surface for you to get any extra lift. You as a bowler have got to make that lift. You got to adjust the bouncer length to make sure it's up above the shoulder a little bit. Fuller, but fuller and longer. Hello trees, says Babar Hayat. Another 6. And this time it was right there in the zone. Just clears his left leg and swings through the line. Babar Hayat, what a monster. And they've put him down once. And there was a little outside edge of his grey nickels. Wood as well. And that ran down to third mat. So he's had a couple of lives. And somebody like Babar Hayat would not be someone who would not make you pay. So he is going to make them pay. And they're trying to move fielders around. They've got a forward extra cover. They've got long off, long on, cow corner. Goes really full. Goes for the Yorker. A little bit of a dodgy spin there for Preet Mangukia. I think Daskal Sawan will have to go back to death bowling right now. They can't really wait to go into the last, say, 4 or 5 overs to go the death bowling mode. And they're going to have to do it now. Full toss, nobody back there. All he had to do was find the gap, which he does, and then run away for another boundary. Babar Hayat's now having fun. Just waiting for that delivery. Full Ashir there. You can understand the approach from Ashir there. He's trying to get that Yorker in, but if it was so easy, I'd be bowling them. Yorker is, of course, one of the best deliveries to bowl if you execute it nicely. But it's not easy to bowl that delivery. It takes a lot out of a bowler. And you've really got to get it in that spot where the batter can't really get under it or reach it on the full. So Ashir there just missing his mark by a whisker and put away for 4 again. This time it's nicely played, a little bit wide there, but a good delivery, good result with that delivery in the end. And Baba will keep strike, takes another single. Babar Hayat will be on strike to Ehsan Khan, but I think Haider Ali's come in, and there's probably a discussion around who should and shouldn't bowl, or maybe the field sets. If I'm not wrong, this is probably going to be Ehsan Khan's last over. $121 in 13. 200 definitely looking on the cards. Ehsan Khan, last over for him. Babar Hayat wisely just drops it into that point region for a single. Babar Hayat with 3 beautiful sixes already on 69 of 34 deliveries. And there the ball spins and spins, and then the race it wins. Down the leg side for 4. Now that's 5 wides. Ehsan Khan not happy with the wicket keeper. That is hit out into the cover. They'll probably come back for 2, and they do. So I'll run another 2. Ehsan Khan. A little bit more expensive than he would like to be. And not his usual miserly self today. Already gone for 27 in 3.2 overs. And I think they'd be disappointed with the extras more than anything. 12 wides in the innings so far already. Let's turn away towards the leg side. The fielder is back. And there's a short fine leg as well. He gets across to stop that from going for more. Shahid Wasif unfortunately run out by Haider Ali. Was looking really good. He's actually had set a very good platform for himself, but unfortunately got run out. And the finger goes up. Ehsan Khan in his last over gets the big man, gets Babar Hayat. And the fireworks are going to stop for a little bit for USRC. Ehsan Khan, what a big match player. In his last over, he knew he had to get Babar Hayat out, and he does. Babar Hayat, after a very good innings, gets a good round of applause, and in walks Waqas Khan. Whatever was spoken of before the start of that over has worked for Das Khalil Saiwan. They've plucked out Babar Hayat. That little slebra appeal from Ehsan Khan. First ball to Waqas. Works it away towards the leg side. Akbar Khan trying to work that away to the leg side once again. Fails to do so after 14 overs. It's 131 for the loss of 3 for USRC. Akbar Khan and Waqas Khan. The duo out at the crease for USRC. 131 already on the board. And it was a similar story in their last game as well. If I remember correctly, Babar did get runs but got out after getting 60 odd in the chase at that time. And they just couldn't continue the good work in the end and lost to PACC. They were well and truly in the chase until Babar got out. Waqas Khan facing Asad Rashid back into the attack. A bit of a bounce, but I think drifting down the leg side. Got a little bit of a spongy bounce there. It'll be interesting to see how the wicket plays. Unfortunately, we haven't really seen an orthodox spinner ball yet. Ihsan is very different. He's not orthodox, if anything. And once again, drifting down the leg side, Asad Rashid, he was a little ill-disciplined at the start as well. I think that is one of the things that he needs to really work on. I wouldn't call him wayward, but I think early on as well, he had a few that drifted down the leg side, just didn't really have the kind of control that he'd like to have as a new ball bowler. Oh, that's on the pads. They go through for a single. And leg by's signal there. Preet Mangukia with a hard throw from a point. Looking for that run out. So Rashid once again onto the pads. Babar Hayat Akbar Khan just works it towards that leg side for a single. Good rushing in from Ashir Muhammad as well. Ehsan Khan now fielding at short extra cover. He's decided to get himself inside the circle. I was fielding at long off before that, and this one once again turned away towards the leg side. I think that's not very good bowling. Once again drifting onto the leg side, and this time it was worked away fine for a couple. Goes short, gets him on the body. Waqas Khan there. That his head down the ground, straight to Haider Ali there. Well fielded. Was hit hard. Things getting a little bit heated within the Daskalil Sawan camp. $139 on the board for USRC. Already starting to get into that good score territory. That one is pulled away. Want to go back for the second. Waqas Khan decides to not go for the second one. And that is the end of the over. Looks like it's Rajab Khan. Not Rajab Khan, Rajab Hussain coming into the attack. Deep extra cover, long off, long on. Deep mid wicket and a deep square. The 5 field is out. And once again, Waqas turns it towards the leg side. Just for a 1. Rajab comes in for his second delivery. Short ball. And not really arriving at the batter there. Just a single. And that one is cut hard, just in front of third man and behind point. Goes away for 4. Nicely played by Waqas Khan. The rigors of work and commitment and so much else going on with life. Especially with somebody like Waqas Khan, who's a regular part of the Hong Kong national sides. He doesn't look that same Waqas anymore, but the talent is still there. The eagerness to do well is still there. Both brothers, Waqas and Sarfraz, at one point were the top of junior cricket here in Hong Kong, China. Full up, punch down the ground. Single there. So far just 1-4 from the over. Hassan Khan now moving a little bit square behind point. He's more or less just behind backward point. Rajab gets to the ball himself. And I think that's a good over. It's a very, very good over from Rajab Hussain. Who's coming into ball? Still going to be Asad Rashid. It's going to be his last over. Asad Rashid, he bowled 2 up front, if I'm not wrong. And this is going to be his last over. Shahryar Khan still has 2 overs left. Shahryar, and he's been deposited. First ball on a length, and Waqas Khan says, thank you very much, I'll have a bit of that. Really put it out there, right in that good length spot for Waqas Khan to swing his arms. That might get him going. And with that 6, the USRC go past 150 as well. It's 153 for the loss of 3 now. A shorter this time. Looked like got going back for the second, and they make it back safely. 2 leg bars there for USRC. A little sloppy in the field, Daskal El Sawan. They've put down catches and unfortunately not able to field some deliveries cleanly as well. A lot of younger players in this team as well. Guys who are actually very good in the field. Maybe just been as if he's done a lot of work on this in the past as well, but there you see once again really good delivery. Very, very good delivery there. Shahryar Khan, I think he's worked that out. And he's got to find another feather to his cap. He's got to be able to hit those pinpoint Yorkers if he wants to get away with the death overs. And he's been doing it nicely over the last 2 games that I've called. Slower one, and once again worked away towards that square leg area. Should only be 1 and will only be 1. Barring that 6 from Waqas. Pretty decent over. 17 gone. It's 160 for the loss of 3. The ICC T20 World Cup hosted. The ICC T20 World Cup being hosted by India, with some games in Sri Lanka as well, is on, and the T20 fever is on in Hong Kong, China as well. Leg there, cut away off the front foot, just for 1. So for those of you who haven't yet subscribed to Cricket Clubs, and for those of you who haven't purchased or subscribed to Now TV, please do so today. Got a big game in the evening today. Slawi. Ooh. Akbar struggling to get back on that one. Ibrahim just takes a little extra time to let go of that one. Put it into the leg side. Coming back for the second. Haider Ali with a rocket arm. Loud appeal, and they have made it back. It's good fielding. But that's very good running from USRC as well. He knew the weight of the shot as soon as he hit it. He wanted to. And drifting down the leg side. So a little course correction here. It is a quick buzz that you need to subscribe to get the games live from the ICC T20 World Cup. And here in Hong Kong, it's Quick Buzz and Now TV that you can subscribe to watch all the action live. Rajab to continue. Puts it in there, and that has been hit away for 6. Flat as you like. Two deliveries remaining in the over there. It was full and wide. Just allowing a free swing of the bat for Akbar Khan. Akbar Khan once again batting really nicely. Slow one, unable to time that well enough. Rajab was saying they're just giving the umpire a bit of work. Just takes the bails off and walks away. And last ball of the over coming up. USRC definitely looking for 200. That is picked up. Will Preet be able to get around? Yes, he will. That's a good pickup. Good hard throw. Chance of a run out. And I think that is finger up. And Wakas has to walk back. Played a good little cameo. Was looking decent. But that is a very good piece of fielding from Preet Mangukia at that square leg boundary. It looks like it's going to be Ashir Muhammad with the ball. He'll need to get the Yorkers in. Zakir Hayat, the new batter. And it will be Akbar Khan on strike. Very narrow stance there, by the looks of it from here. From Akbar Khan. Goes full, goes up in the air and taken on the boundary by Haider Ali. That's 2 and 2. 2 and 2 balls for Daskal Ilsaiwan. Could this make the difference? Could these wickets mean that USRC falls short of that 200 mark. They still can get up there, but it's Fahad Hayat walking into bat. Wicket off the first ball for Ashir Khan. Dasgal Saiwan picked up a run out on the last ball of the last over. Could be a team hat-trick here. Fahad Hayat. And as soon as Fahad Hayat comes in, you hear more noise from Shahryar Khan welcoming his friend. Good shot. But Fahad up to it, just pulls it down into the ground for a single. So a good start there for Ashir. 2 balls for 1 run and a wicket. And a very valuable wicket of Akbar Khan as well. And that one is up in the air. Fielders there. And another one bites the dust. And Zakir Hayat, very first delivery, tries to go for a 6 and gets out. Zakir Hayat trying to up the ante. Trying to score those boundaries that they need towards the end of this innings. Just another 9 balls remaining, and Aftab Hussain, the new batter, walking in. He can bat. So all of a sudden, this looks good reading for, not entirely great, but still looks a better reading than no wickets in the wicket column for Ashir Muhammad. He's picked up 2 for 31. Aftab Hussain facing Ashir Muhammad. Slow one, nicely bowled. So Ashir Muhammad just showing us that he's got some tricks up his sleeve. He's tried to go full, and he's gone short in this over, and now he's gone the slower delivery. It's well bowled. USRC now 6 down. Aftab Hussain batting at number 8. That's a long batting order. Goes Yorker again, driven out to a deep cover for a single. And that one is up in the air, fielded there. Don't think it's going to carry to him. Well fielded on the boundary there. Will only be 1. And this is a fantastic over from Ashir Muhammad. After 19, 175 on the board. up at Kowloon Cricket Club, PACC, 136 for the loss of 5. The runs look very good for them, but they've lost 5 wickets. That one is drilled down the ground. Shahryar Khan with the ball there. Just a single to Fahad Hayat. Brings Aftab Hussain back on strike. Just another 5 deliveries in the innings. 176 on the board. Not a bad score, but I'm sure the USRC would feel they would have got a lot more had Babar Hayat or Akbar Khan been out there until that last over. Full toss, drifting down the leg side, going for the Yorker, just missing it ever so slightly. Preet Mangukia comes around, they don't want to come back for the second, just keeps it down to 1 only. And Preet Mangukia on that deep square leg boundary has been kept busy by the batters. Tries to go into his crease. Sherry not happy with the bounce off the wicket. And the ball spun. And went through Shahryar there. Yep, still signalling. 3 balls, 3 singles. Good start to the last over. Half the over gone. He's got to try and close this out. Try and go boundary free. Full toss, hit hard. I think that should have been put away. He's got away with 1. 2 deliveries remaining. 4 balls, 4 singles. Goes for the reverse, doesn't quite get it. Miscue. Down to short fine leg. Surprising to see that shot from Fahad Hayat. He's a very strong hitter between that mid wicket to long on straightish region. Obviously has to do with what length is being bowled by Shahryar Khan. Quite obvious that he is just going for the Yorkers. Once again, full toss. I think that's going to travel. And goes to the boundary for 4. And once again, they're just missing his length a little bit. And with that outside edge and that boundary, the innings will come to an end. And USRC end up on 184 for the loss of 6, and it's going to be a very, very interesting chase from Diaska Little Saiwan. They had some good starts with the bat. Shahid Wasif up top and doing well with his 36, trying to set the pace of the innings, unfortunately getting run out. Got 36 off 35. And then at number 3, Babar Hayat with that big score of 69. And they end up with 184 with contribution from Waqas, 18 of 17 and 18 of 17 for Akbar Khan, and Waqas Khan there 22 of 16. A little bit of a cameo, Zakir Hayat getting out for a duck. Fahad Hayat 5 and Aftab Hussain finishing with that boundary to finish on 7. And now we'll go into the innings break, and when we come back, we'll have USRC defend against Diascol El Saiwan, a score of 184. We'll be back soon. The players have made their way out to the middle. USRC setting the fields, and looks like Rajab Hussain has earned himself a promotion to the top of the batting order. He's going to open the batting with Ibrahim Ishaq. Ibrahim Ishaq Muhammad is going to take first strike against Benny Paras Singh. Shahid Wasif will stand up to the stumps. They have a third man back on the fence, fine leg in the circle. A field at short mid-wicket, mid-on, long off, extra cover, cover point, and a slip. We're all in readiness for the first delivery of the second innings of the chase of 184. And they need to get 185 to win this one. The Daskal El Saiwan. Back of a length going away. Nicely kept there by Shahid Wasif. Breaks the bails. Comes in for the second delivery. Back of a length. Oh, what a grab! What a take by Babar Hayat. Diving away to his left. The ball has almost had past him. And he sticks his left mid out and takes it. Brilliant catch. Was travelling. Got a decent chunk of the bat there. Babar Hayat. The lovely little grab at the slip. Kudos to the captain. And they had the slip in place. With that away swinging delivery of Paras Benny Singh. And then walking in at number 3 is going to be Suleiman Butt. And opening the batting is not an unknown territory for somebody like a Rajab Hussain. His style of play might have attempted the Daskal El Saiwan over the last year or so to just keep him in that middle order. But there was a time when he was opening the batting for Daskal El Saiwan in a number of competitions. So here in the Sky Warriors T20 Premier League, he has now been given that responsibility once again to open the batting. He's still at the non-strikers end, and the man facing now is Suleiman Butt. He did get runs last game as well. Couldn't really win his team the game. And that one is nicely played. Full this time, and lets it go through. Suleiman Butt. Daskal El Saiwan yet to get off the mark. 4 deliveries in the over already, and it's been a good start here from USRC now. And they've picked up a very early wicket of Ibrahim Ishaq. Another good delivery there. Four deliveries gone now, with 1 wicket down. Daskal El Saiwan a little thin on the batting, with a lot of inexperience in there with some of the younger guys, and I think batting more or less depends on single there to Suleiman, but I think the batting heavily is dependent on the likes of Suleiman Butt, Haider Ali and Hassan Khan, with Preet Mangukia in there, a young up and coming batter. He's a very good batter, but he's still got some way to go in the Premier Hong Kong competitions. There's no doubt he's got all the ability and skill to do it, but still lacks the experience of batting at this level. And at the end of the first over, it's 1 for 1 after 1. It looks like it's going to be the left arm orthodox in Aftab Hussain. Just getting his fielders in the right position, and they'll continue with the slip. They've got nobody at short third. They've got a short fine, nobody at short third. I don't think the batter would be wise to be playing with an open face. They'd like to get behind the delivery and just try and gauge how Aftab is going to bowl. The last time he bowled, his pace and his lengths were really, really good. Starts off with a little back of a length delivery. Waqas Khan coming in from that mid-wicket fence. Really good fielding there, keeping them down to a single. And they definitely, after that ball was hit onto the leg side, they were definitely looking for that second, but and decided rightly against it. It was a very similar run on which Shahid Wasif lost his wicket as well, between him and Baba, and they were looking for that too, but didn't communicate in time. Rajab Hussain goes back and plays it with a nice straight bat. Once again, nicely played. Hassan with a little slide and stop. It's a good effort there in the field from Hassan. I think that's one aspect of his game. I'm sure he's very keenly working on it already. It's something that he needs to really work hard on. He is a very good bowler. Probably the number 1 leg spinner in Hong Kong right now. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 2. I'm sure Ghazanfar goes back home and then he listens. He is the number 1 leg spinner in Hong Kong, according to me. Ghazanfar trying to turn it towards the leg side. It's got a little bit of a pad there, and the ball didn't really arrive for him. And Aftab Hussain has started nicely. It looks like he's starting to find his length now. I think his lengths were the biggest plus in the last time he was bowling. He really hit those lengths very well. And the back of a length where the batter has to make a movement. And once again, towards the leg side, it should only be 1. They do away with the slip for Rajab Hussain. Aftab Hussain comes in again. Very good length. Just skews it off the outside half of the bat for no run. After 2, Daskal Sawan in a bit of a bother early on. Just 4 on the board after 2 overs for 1 wicket. And a loud appeal. Oh. Signaled wide by the umpire. If you'd go by Shahid Wasif's reaction, that was a wicket. He had taken a very nice one down the leg side. Oh, another play and miss. Good bounce there for Benny Parsing. Plenty of advice from Rajab Hussain. I think that's third or fourth time he's walked down and given him some advice. And a back of a length, nobody back there, and he puts it away for 4. Finally got an opportunity to open up his arm, free up his arms. That's very nicely played. And once again, nobody back there. I think that's going to go away for 4 again. Yep, that is another boundary to Suleiman, but Benny just losing his line there a little bit. He's drifting down the leg side, allowing the batter some free hits. That is cut away again, and that'll miss the fielder. It's nicely played and nicely placed. 3 boundaries in a row. Three in a row now for Suleiman Butt. Benny, after having bowled a fantastic first over, just going for some runs in this one. 3 boundaries on the trot. Start to the wide as well. Outside half of the bat and no runs available. Another delivery to go in this over. Oh, that doesn't carry. That was hit a little uppishly, but doesn't carry to the fielder there. And that's the end of the over. It'll be Aftab Hussain if there's no changes. Yeah, there's no changes. So Aftab Hussain will continue. Three overs for 17 runs and a wicket. Comes down the track, it puts it out of the ground for 6. Rajab Hussain on the charge. And there's no doubt he can play these shots, Rajab Hussain. Very nice use of the feet. Comes down. And a lovely swing of the bat. What a shot. He is a very, very good player, Rajab Hussain. One of the best all-rounders we have here. He's just got to concentrate. Stay focused on the good things. And once again playing back to a delivery that he probably should have been forward to. And gets a little bit of a bat and gets off the strike. Good for El Sawan that. A boundary and the batter getting off strike. And this time Suleiman decides to come down. That's good fielding there once again by Ali Hassan. He is throwing himself around, which is very good to see. Rajab back on strike. Will he come down the track again? He will. And this time he drills it down the ground for another 4. That is good. Good batting there from Daskal Il Saiwan. Throwing some punches back now. Daskal Il Saiwan. A good move here from Daskal Il Saiwan. So far it's working for them. Pushing Rajab back up to the top of the order. Yep, stays in his crease this time. Just defends it back to the bowler. I'm sure Rajab, there would be a lot of guys in the middle talking to Rajab and just trying to get him angry. Get him to get out of that box of comfort. Slug swept for 6! Now I think that's just going to bounce inside the boundary line and trickle away for 4. It looked like a premeditated shot, but got the length for it and went up and over. That square leg fielder for 4. So very, very good over there for Daskal Il Saiwan. Good runs coming off the bat of Rajab Hussain. And we see our first change of the day for USRC Premier. Akbar Khan coming into ball. And he'll come in, ball at a slightly lower pace than their normal medium pace bowlers. But he is going to get that ball to do a little bit off the track. Whatever's there to be utilized, he will do it. Short ball, stands tall, up and over. It's a very good shot there from Suleiman, but it's a back of a length delivery. I think this length is not really going to work on this wicket. You either got to go genuinely short, go for that bouncer, or got to pitch it up on that good length. This last one, shortish. Once again on the body there, just turned away for a single. Going anything shorter than that back of a length is going to be trouble. Once again back of a length and once again hit away. Misses the fielder. That's going to run away for 4. And it does. Not a very auspicious start here for Akbar Khan. He's been hit for boundary, 1 boundary. Already 9 off his first 3 deliveries. He's got to try and find some control. I think USRC have more options today with the likes of Fahad Hayat back in the team. And they haven't really turned to him yet, but he's definitely one option. They've got Ishtiaq Muhammad as well. I think Akbar is actually struggling to find that length. It seems like he's just a little bit stiff and not able to get the ball through to that good length. Yep, once again, shot again, hit straight to the field. A chance of a run out! And Suleiman Butt makes it safely. I'm not sure whose call that was. Not sure if the single was on there. I think the fielder just probably just slightly slow there. Yeah, I think it was hit straight to the fielder. Shouldn't have been a single there, but they get home safely. For Daskal Saiwan's sake, it's working well for them. Once again, back of a length, short ball, and Suleiman Butt puts it away. I think that's unfortunately ordinary bowling there. He's missed his length 5 times out of 6, and he's had to pay the price with 3 boundaries in that over. After 5, it's 47 for the loss of 1. And looks like there's another bowling change. It's Fahad Hayat, who we were just talking about that last over. He has been thrown the ball to. I think they are going to have to try and get one of these two, because the partnership looks very good now. 46 between these two. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Daskal Saiwan, because they have the likes of Haider Ali still in their ranks. So if they can get even half the job done, it would be slightly easier for Daskal Saiwan to get through in this chase. The more runs these two can get together makes the job slightly easier for the next batters to come. And they're both looking set, looking good, both on 21. Short ball, up, up, up. Will that miss the fielder? Yes, it will, and it'll go all the way for Rajab Hussain. Another 6 for him. He's looking good. Whoever decided to move him back up to the top of the order will be sitting there with a wide smile right now, because that is a very good batting from Rajab Hussain. He looks to be in very good form. He had been moved down the order for the last year and a half. He used to open before that. He's looking very good with the bat now. And that brought up the 50 for Daskal Saiwan as well. It's nicely played. Just drops it into the leg side for 1. That is very good batting from these two. Looking in control. These two, they have got their 50-run partnership as well. 54. And we're still inside the power play. This is a very good start from Daskal Saiwan. Play and a miss there from Suleiman Butt. It's nicely punched straight to the fielder though. Babar Hayat! I think that direct hit would have been close. After I was saying there, in the backup, puts in the slide and then went 360 degrees just trying to find where the ball went, ricocheting off his body. Good hard throw there from Babar Hayat as well. Babar just a little bit back on that extra cover. That once again hit straight to Babar. Chance of a run out and he is gone. It's taken on Babar far too many times. That was hit straight to Babar. Got it on a very good bounce. Just 2 bounces into his hands. It was a comfortable height. And bullseye, Babar Ayat. And once again, to no great skill from the bowler, Rajab Hussain has to perish. He was looking very good. Him out there for another 5 overs would have made a huge change. A huge chance would have been there for Daskal El Saban to get over the line with Rajab out there for another 5 overs. Unfortunately, he is gone, trying to take a non-existent single. That brings Haider Ali, the mainstay in their batting, to the crease. I think they'll need another big partnership if they are to get over the line. And if USRC can get Haider Ali now, this 184 will start looking like a very, very tall order. Another 130 to get in 14 overs. And there's a change in bowling. I'm not sure who that is. I think it's still Akbar. Yep, it is still Akbar Khan. Once again, bowls a little bit of a back of a length delivery. I think struggling with the length really, and not able to get it as full as he would like to. Cutaway work for the fielder, but he's not going to get there. It's really nicely played. And all the shots that have been scoring shots of Akbar Khan's bowling have been on the back foot. I think somebody needs to just... I'm sure Akbar Khan knows it, but it sometimes takes one person to just walk up to you and say, "Mate, come on, just go back to your basics and look at what's going wrong," because you've got to be bowling fuller than that. If you're getting hit on that front foot would be okay, but you can't be bowling it short enough to allow the batter to just sit on that back foot and just like that put it out of the ground. What a shot from Haider Ali. That length is not going to work, especially at that pace. And once again, the length really the problem for USRC. And there's a ball change. And the ball's gone out of the park quite easily. Akbar Khan coming off a very short run as well. Not sure if he's entirely fit. But so far, it has seemed like he's not able to really get that ball full enough for the batters to be in any sort of confusion about the length. It's been short and it's been well short. Yeah, that's a better length. That is more the kind of length that he wants to be at. But he's already conceded 2 boundaries in this over. So he's really got to come in, and if they are going to continue to ball with him, he's got to find that fuller length deliveries. Once again, shorter, straight to the fielder. Suleiman wants a single, not there. And no runs there. It's 1 delivery to go. He's come back well. He's bowled a couple of dots. He's got to finish off with the dot. He doesn't want to ball short again. Yep, that's the back of length once again. And this time just punched out to deep extra cover. And that'll be the end of the over. After 7, it's a 66 for the loss of 2 for Daskal Little Taiwan. It looks like there's another bowling change. Looks like it's Ishtiaq Muhammad who's coming into a ball now. Didn't have the best of games the last time I was commentating. He was taken for plenty of runs and he has been thrown the ball. A genuine off spinner. Surprisingly, we're into the 7th over now and we are yet to see Ali Hassan ball, and I wouldn't be surprised if he comes on to ball from the other end. He's been running around nicely, not that he's got any injuries or anything, but he hasn't yet bowled. So Shad Wasif has plenty of options. He's bringing in Ishtiaq now. He's yet to bowl Zakir. I don't think Akbar is going to get to bowl another over. I think that's nicely bowled by Ishtiaq Muhammad. And that is cut away, fielder back there. Zakir Hayat just keeps it down to 1. Suleiman Butt, who's the more set of the two batters. He's been out there a lot longer. Batting on 26. He's had a mixed kind of innings. They want to come back for the 2, but Waqas Khan very nicely in. Quick and alert to the situation. Real hot spot, that fielding position at mid-wicket. Heather Ali Butt back on strike. He's already hit a 4 and a 6. Oh, he tries to go hard, misses the ball. Try to go for that square drive. Oh, that smash that he has where he takes his leg straight down the wicket and then makes room to flat bat drive that overcovers. He played some sublime ones at KCC the other day. He hit them a mile, really. Had nothing to do with the shorter boundaries, but he played them very, very nicely. And that's a good start from Ishtiaq there. He's coming and bowled a very good over. And after 8, it's 69 for the loss of 2. And I think it's going to be a change of ends for Fahad Hayat. Bringing him from the Argyle Street end. Heather Ali Butt on strike to Fahad Hayat. That one rushes him a little bit, and he's father does have some pace about him. Slowy there, just a short arm jabbed to mid wicket for a single. Driven straight to Baba. An extra cover by Haider Ali. And outside edge, didn't want to get it that fine, but fine enough to go to the boundary for 4. I think if USRC are going to go back and look at the lengths that they've bowled, they'd probably find out that majority of the boundaries that has been scored off their bowling have been off balls that have been back of a short length. You'd say just a little bit shorter than that good length spot, and they've more often than not been put away today. And this one, you could say it was fortuitous, but they've got nobody back there. A little bit of bad, and that would have always run away for 4. That one is nicely played by Haider Ali. It's turned it into the leg side for a single. Full toss, hit hard, straight to the fielder there. Paras Benny Singh, the fielder there. After 9, it's 77. The loss of 2 for Daskal Ilsai 1. Suleiman Butt on strike now, having taken 23 deliveries for his 29. And Haider Ali Butt, who had just joined him a while ago. Ishtiaq to continue. Comes down the track, loud appeal. It's probably too far down the wicket. Had to be given by the umpire. A lot of ifs and buts in that, especially when the bat is that far down the wicket. It's Ishtiaq Mohammed to continue, who's bowled a very good first over and started off nicely this over as well. That is cut away, and they'll probably run away to the boundary for 4. Tough for the fielders to catch up to that one. Found a very nice gap there, and that runs away to the boundary for 4. Takes the score into the 80s there, yet to signal to Hassan Ali. Very surprising. And they have kept him out of the attack for this long. Boundary to Suleiman Butt. That one once again worked away towards the leg side. Chance for a 2, I think should be an easy 2. Oh! Suleiman Butt decides very late to turn that second down. He probably had a little bit of a slip at the non-striker's end. And it's cut away once again. They've got protection there. Should only be a single. Looks like the shoe came off for Suleiman, but probably drinks after this. Quicker one. Oh, slightly quicker there from Ishtiaq. Manages to push it down to a long on for a single. Four on the board. Looking for the one. Heather Ali, very smart batting there. And that'll take us into the drinks. At drinks, pretty much the same. If I'm not wrong, USRC came out at that halfway break at 85 for 2. And the same Z's is for the Haskell Hills Saiwan as well. So they're in the game well and truly. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Last 10 overs of the day. And both teams well and truly in it to win it. 85 at the halfway mark for both teams. Which way is it going to turn? It's very nicely bowled. Very, very well bowled by Paras Singh Benny. Drops Heather to the ground. I think that little partnership between Rajab and Suleiman, very important. It's given Daskal Lil Sawan real hope of actually being able to go over the line. It's going to come down to discipline, really. Both teams have got to be disciplined, have got to stay alert and try and do the basics right. Misses his mark there, outside the off stump, signalled wide by the umpire. Tries to go for the big swing towards the leg side. Yes, they have a fine leg up in the circle and a square leg more in front of square there, and the fielder there is Ishtiaq. So if he gets any bat on that one behind square, it's probably going to run away for a boundary. So the right option there, up in the air, should be taken by Fahad Hayat, and he puts it down and it actually rolls away for a boundary as well, right in front of Asiya. And I reckon he should have taken that one. And Fahad Hayat won't be happy with that one. Fahad Hayat, who's dropped his shades, and I think nobody's yet to tell him that his shades are right there on the ground. Needs to pick them up. Still, no information being passed on to him, and the ball is live. Very interesting. Up in the air! Big six! What a shot! You hear the bang on top of the roof here. Massive hit there from Suleiman Butt. And how costly is that drop catch going to be? Suleiman Butt in the first half. Put Baba down, which aided USRC in getting to the score that they got to. And USRC have put Suleiman Butt down. Can he win it for his team? He is set on 45. That was a very good pickup shot there from Suleiman. It's gone really full toss on the pads, and it goes away for just a single. Suleiman Butt would be a little bit disappointed, but happy to turn the strike over for a single. It's gone length, and the keeper's missed it. Don't think it's going to run away to the fence, but runs there for USRC. Leaking there for USRC. 2 runs given. And 2 byes given, in fact. And the score's now breached the 100 mark. It's 101 for the loss of 2. Similarly, when USRC came back after the break, and Babar Hayat got some boundaries off, and the template so far has been very similar to both batting units. And finally, we see the introduction of Ali Hassan. Now, I think this is really where the game can make or break for USRC. If Ali Hassan has a good spell, it's going to be tough for for Daskal El Sawan, but if they can take him for runs, I think this is the last roll of the dice from USRC. He is their last savior, per se. Here we go. Full straight to Baba, and no runs there. He is a quickish leg spinner. Gets through his action very quickly. Short ball, punched away. Should only be one. He's definitely got quite a lot of work to do on his action, Ali Hassan, but his ability to land it in the right spots is brilliant. He has been fantastic over the last 2 years, maybe even 3. He's still a young man though. It's nicely hit straight down the ground. Work for the fielder, and he can't get around to that one. Seemed like a long off fielder was standing quite wide. Maybe just for that leg spinner. I can understand maybe the angle. The fielder has to be a little bit wide, but he was just a little bit too wide. Oh, what a ball. Brilliant delivery there. Haider Ali in 2 minds. He's probably, just as the ball left the hand, was looking to turn it towards the leg side, and then decided to give it that front foot prod for a defense. Beats him on the outside edge. Very good bowling there. It's nicely bowled, but that is very nicely played as well. Very soft hands into the offside for a single. And that's one of the hallmarks of Haider Ali's batting. He knows how much to put into what delivery, and it's very smart. Heads nicely bowled once again into the gap. Should only be one. Will only be one. And after 12 overs is 108 on the board. And Fahad Hayat is back into the attack after that drop on the mid-wicket boundary. And the skipper now throwing it over to Fahad Hayat and saying, mate, you've put one catch down. I need a wicket from you. Come and do it with the ball, please. Fahad Hayat comes into Suleiman Bhatt. Quick, just drifting down the leg side. Signalled leg buys. They've got a fine leg up in the circle. Deep square cow corner, and long on in place. Banipar Singh, Babar Hayat and Zakir Hayat, the fielders. On the leg side. And obviously inside the circle, there's Osama at short fine leg. It's very nicely bowled, nicely dug out by Haider Ali, and they run across for a single. Full toss, straight back to the bowler. No runs there. So far, a decent over here from Fahad Hayat. No boundaries in this over yet. He'd like to finish off with no boundaries in this over. Looks like this is going to go down to the wire. Probably a last over finish either way. Cut away, straight to the fielder. Ali Hassan there. And gets in the way of that. That was cut away nicely though. And this has been a very good over from Fahad Hayat. And if I was the skipper of USRC, I'd now be telling Fahad Hayat, this is your third over. You're going to bowl me that last over to win me the game. And for Fahad Hayat as well now, Shahid Wasif has come up to the stumps. Full outside edge, straight to the fielder. No runs there. This is a fantastic over from Fahad Hayat. Could this be the match turning over? 5 balls gone in this over. And there have been 4 runs in this over. Or maybe 5. Length aerial gone for 6. Ruins the over with that delivery and just picked it at that good length area, allowing that free swing of the bat, and he gets a maximum. Fantastic hit from Haider Ali. And as long as he is out, little Saiwan would feel they're in control of this chase. 118 on the board now. Just another 67 in 7 here at Thin Kwang Road Recreation Ground. Anything less than 10 and over for the last 5 is chaseable, easily chaseable if you've got wickets in hand, unless you do something awfully wrong. But USRC would still believe 67 is a lot to play with. 2 wickets here and it could send some shivers down LSW's batting camp. They want to come back for 2. Hassan, just tumbles on the slide. Had he picked it up first time, it could have been a touch and go. 2 runs there. That's very well played by Suleiman Butt, and he gets to his 50 as well with that too. That's really good from Suleiman Butt. I think that's exactly what his team needed, and he's provided that for his team. Ali Hassan to continue. And once again worked away towards the leg side. I think that's found the right pocket once again. But that is really good work there from Waqas Khan. It comes in very swiftly and keeps it down to 1. Oh, good shot. Aerial for a little bit, but he's found the gap really nicely there. I think that's also one of those things with Haider Ali. He's able to find those difficult gaps now. There's not too much between the extra cover and the deep extra cover fielder, but he found the gap so well there. And the deep extra cover didn't really have time to move. He's got some lightning hand speed as well. Very strong bloke. And plays off a dot, and that is the end of the over. It's 126 after 14 overs. Ali Hassan, although just going at 7.50 per over, I think he's going to have to pick up a wicket if USRC are to go over the line in this one. It looks like Fahad Hayat has left the field and Mohammad Ahmed Sardar has now come in to field. The Daskal Saiwan camp looks very confident. They have 8 wickets in the bank, and both the batters out there looking very set as well. One on 52 and the other one on in comes Zakir Hayat for the first time. Back of a length, point straight to the fielder there. And no runs there. Cut away nicely, work for the fielder at extra cover, and a misfield allows 4 runs. I think that's one thing USRC can ill afford right now. I mean, the fielding has been and just subpar really. I could say probably below par today. I think both the teams at times just losing their focus ever so slightly, causing them that little hiccup going away for runs now. They've really got to tighten up in the field if they are going to defend this USRC. Slower ball up in the air, chance of a catch, doesn't carry, and he overruns that delivery. Waqas Khan, 2 times in a row, a misfield allows a boundary. That was a slower delivery from Zakir. Waqas Khan, they're just not able to read the spin on that one and has overrun that delivery. Back of a length. You don't want a ball there. Smashed away for 6. He is lethal. He is so dangerous on those short balls, and he has picked up a 50 as well. Haider Ali. He's been brilliant. Anything short is going to go. Or inside half of the bat, and they get through for a single. .140 plus now, 141 to be exact. With another 8 wickets, I feel like now Das Khalil Saiwan are well and truly ahead of this game. Now it's going to be them who have to do something terribly wrong to not end up with a W next to their name. And finds the gap nicely. Work for Benny. Picks it up with one hand. Coming back for the 3rd. That is fantastic running. Sorry, they came back for 2. It's getting a little overexcited with that one. One, 4, 3 after 15. Full toss, and I think that's going to run away. That's brilliant gap finding there from Haider Ali. And that was a full toss, all right, but Haider Ali, and they're just using the angle of the bat and his body to put it into that gap at in front of extra cover. Ali Hassan comes in again. It's driven down the ground. I was actually looking down the ground, but probably a little bit of spin available there for Ali Hassan, but that's pushed away to that deep extra fielder for a single. Batting with so much control. And nicely played once again. The call is for 2, not available there. Just a single there to Waqas Khan on the cow corner fence. So at the moment it looks like Das Khalil Saiwan is running away with this one. I think this is a fantastic partnership between these two. And they've steadied the ship really nicely, and they're looking a lot more in control now. It's ahead of the game, really, Das Khalil Saiwan. Another single. Just dropped it into the offside and got through for a single. .150 is breached. Another 35 to win for Das Khalil Saiwan. It's nicely defended. Just one more delivery to go in this 16th over. There'll be 4 overs to come after this. Another 35 to get. It's nicely bowled. And that is the end of the 16th over now. Ali Hassan, economical, but no wickets to show for him. It's not really what USRC needs right now. Haider Ali is going to be that man that they need to get out. Even if they can get him out now, there's still a chance. Still a chance for USRC. Running in some gloves. Looks like they've decided to go with somebody not Fahad Hayat. Fahad Hayat, who'd been out for an over, has probably been told he can't bowl right away after just walking in. And they'll probably have to throw it to Paras Singh Benny. Yes, looks like it's going to be Paras Singh Benny. I think with Aftab Hussain being taken on by Rajab Hussain, they had to change quite a few of the plans. I think maybe the introduction of Ali Hassan as well, a wee bit late, I reckon. Could probably have come in and over early or so. But all the ifs and buts will always be there. 4 overs, 35 to win. 8 runs and over. Swung away. Nobody back there. If you're going to bowl length, a good batter would always pick you around the corner for 4. With fine leg up in the fence and a fielder at mid-wicket. There's a massive, massive area that is left open there towards that leg side. And starting to see some shaking of the head within the USRC unit. They want to have 5 fielders out. They've got the deep extra cover, long off, long on, cow corner and mid-wicket out. And that one is up in the air. Will that be taken? That is taken. That is very, very well held by Aftab Hussain on the long off boundary there. He is a big unit, but he is a very good fielder as well. That is very, very nicely taken. Haider Ali, after a very good innings, walks back to the hut, and in walks the skipper, Ehsan Khan. And Babar Hayat wants to listen in on what Haider Ali had to say to his skipper. And Haider Ali with a good innings, but I reckon he'd probably go back thinking he should have stayed out there and finished off this game. They've set the game up very nicely, but they're still going to have to score 35 runs. It's not going to be, and probably now 31. And they need 31 now, but yep, they'll still take some scoring. One really, really good over with a wicket and a couple of runs would put a lot of pressure on the Diasco Lil Saiwan batting order. So it's not over yet. There's still an opportunity here, still a chance. Really not a very good time to get out. No time is good time to get out, but yeah, probably now with the game so nicely set up. Single there. Ehsan Khan off the very first ball gets off the mark. And bang goes Suleiman Butt. He's been out there for a long time. He's taken some balls and he's got to do the job for his team now. That's a very timely hit there from Suleiman Butt. He's been in sublime form this year. He's got hundreds in the Sunday League competition here in Hong Kong. He's got 3 on the trot. And he's got runs here as well, which is really well done. And that is very nicely played. Very nicely played there by Suleiman. But after that, 6 just decides to drop it into the offside and get across for a single. Just 24 remaining now in 3.2 overs. Still, USRC would believe a couple of wickets could change the... And there we have one more. Hassan Khan. The stumps didn't move, my friend. You did. He came down the track and it's probably a little... no, inside edge there. And just went a little bit down towards the leg side there. And he's lost his stumps there. In walks Shahryar Khan. So basically for Daska Lil Saiwan now, they're into the all-rounders. They need to get another 24 runs. And as I said, it's not going to be easy. If USRC hold on to their catches and if USRC are quick in the field, there is still a chance. Suleiman Butt is going to be on strike to Ali Hassan. And if they can get Ali Hassan, 2 new batters at this time with 3 overs remaining and 24 runs, it's going to be some fun. Not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's a good delivery. Baba gets across. No runs available. Another good delivery. They'd want to come back for 2, but only 1 available there. Single to mid-wicket. 22 more required. Some kids enjoying the green lush outfield. And there we go. Pressure starting to build now. Just one of the first 3 deliveries. Sharia, they're trying to turn it towards the leg side. And miscues it into the offside there. Goes the reverse, and that's going to miss the fielders, and that's going to go for 4. That's a brave shot from Shahryar Khan. He's decided to go reverse. Outside edged the first one that he wanted to play off the front foot, and he's decided to go the reverse. He's got 4 for it. And this is nicely played down the ground, looking for 2. Suleiman Butt wants to come back, but the runs are not there. It's nicely sent back. Wise call there. Just a single. $17 required in 2.1. You still never know. Still never know. 10 going into the last over. Who knows what can happen? Oh, he's tried too hard on that one, Ali Hassan. He wanted to bowl a quick full one and ends up bowling a full toss, a single to Suleiman Butt, who'll keep strike, and it's 169 for the loss of 4 after 18 overs. 12 balls remain in the game. Another 16 runs wins it for Daskal Il Saiwan, and if USRC can defend it from here, they're going to be jubilant. They're going to be happy. Going to be over the moon. 16 of 12 here at Thin Kwong Road Park in the Sky Warriors T20 series. T20 Premier League, in fact. Defending 16 is going to be no mean feat. Fahad Hayat with the penultimate over. Who's going to bowl the last? Interesting. Very interesting. Bunted down the ground for a single there. Suleiman Butt takes the single, turns it over to Shahryar Khan. Reverse sweep on a fast bowler. Maybe not. Looks like Babar Hayat on the boundary fence there is warming up. That is hit nicely. That's going to miss the fielders. Will Longoff be able to cut it off? No, it won't. Shahryar Khan, you little beauty. He is doing it with the bat now, Shahryar Khan. We know he can do it with the ball, but he has come out and he's hit 2 boundaries. Really, really valuable boundaries. That's the second one of them, and that's a fantastic shot. Inside out. Through the covers. Fahad Hayat really going for the full delivery there. And now they've decided to bring the square leg in the fence. So there's only 2 fielders out on the fence on the leg side, and they've decided to go with another straightish extra cover. Full toss, hit away. That's in the gap as well. They can come back for 2. Ali Hassan, the fielder. Suleiman wants to come for the second. It's not there. Shahryar decides to hold on to his crease. Just a single there for Shahryar. 5 of the first 6 of the first 3 deliveries in this over. Comes in again. And a play and a miss from Suleiman Butt. You got to lay bat to bowl, my friend. And this is not the situation to be playing dot balls. And actually, a dot ball right now won't hurt that much because they've got 6 of the first 3 deliveries. They only need another 10. It'll be interesting to see who USRC go to for that last over. Slowy, and once again a play and a miss from Suleiman Butt. And throwing his head back there. He's trying to make it difficult. He's trying to keep the blood flowing. And keeping the blood rate up. 1 delivery. Critical. It's a good over from Fahad Hayat. He's come back very nicely. And full toss in the air. Will that be taken? Just drops short. Will they go back for the second? They're going back for the second. And they get through safely for 2. That was a very good effort there from Zakir Hayat, but his teammates are not happy with him. They wanted him to grab that catch, and what a difference that would have made. Catch there, and had that catch been taken, there would have been no runs scored, and it would have been 10 off the last over, which would not have been very easy. And for all that has been said to Zakir Hayat, he's been thrown the ball and they've asked him to come out and defend 8. Possible. It has happened before. It can happen again. And it's going to be Sherry on strike. How costly is that drop going to be? Will it cost them the game? Suleiman is still out there on 67. He was the one who was dropped on the mid-wicket fence. And what a hand he has played. He's got 67 of 53 deliveries. He's really done a very good job for his team. But he'd love to make sure that they go over the line here. Fuller in the air, but that's probably just going to be 1. That's well bowled by Zakir, well fielded by Ali Hassan on the long on fence. Babar Hayat on the long off fence. Ali Hassan on long on. So I think Babar Hayat is on mid wicket. Long off is Aftab Hussain, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it is Aftab Hussain. And that's going to go for a 4. What a shot. Under pressure there. Moves into the 70s, and what an innings this has been. And now they'd feel they should really be able to do it. It was still in the balance. Last over, 8 runs required. A couple of dot balls and a wicket would have changed the complexion of the game, but with that boundary, it all but should seal it for Daskal El Saiwan. A good contribution there down the order from Shehryar as well. 6 balls for his 11 runs. And Suleiman Butt, what an innings, young man. Goes really full, driven down the ground. They would want to come back for the second. They decide to not go for that one. A 6 in the over already. Just 2 more to win, 1 to tie. And what a game we've had here. 184 always looked like a good score for a good fight. And Daskal El Saiwan have taken it into the last over. 3 balls, 2 to win. They need 1 to tie and 2 to win. They've not called fielders in to stop that one. And they're trying to bring fielders in behind the wicket, which doesn't quite make sense to me. They could probably try and get fielders in front of the bat, in front of the wicket. And yep, if they had a shot mid-wicket, they've got the one. The scores are level. Now the Daskal El Saiwan can't lose from here. 2 balls remaining, 1 run to win. And that 1 run would do it for Daskal El Saiwan. It has been a very good chase. I think their move to send up Rajab Hussain today worked for them. 50-plus partnership between him and Suleiman Butt. And also that partnership between Suleiman Butt and Haider Ali, also proving a major contributor into this innings. They had a 99-run partnership, Haider Ali and Suleiman Butt. And this last one has been good as well, already 22, the partnership between these two. So they've done really well. In comes Zakir Hayat. And there we go. There's a wicket there. A little bit of a twist in the tail there. Will we go into a super over? Is there a super over? There's still 1 ball to go, but if the scores are tied, and do we have a super over in the playing conditions? And I have confirmation we could actually have our super over today. Not that I want to be out here commentating a lot longer, but it would be so good to see. It'll be interesting to see how teams plan it. It'll be interesting to see who the batters are going to be. And it's going to be interesting to see who the bowlers are going to be. But we've got 1 ball. We've got 1 run. 1 ball, 1 run. Will Sherry do it? Or will USRC tie this one and go into the super over? That's up, that's long, and that is a 6 to end the game. Nerves of steel there from Shahryar Khan. Deposits it over the boundary. What a cool little cameo here from Shahryar Khan down the order. He's come in. He's got 17 of 7 deliveries, if I'm not wrong, and he has done his team a very, very good job. It's probably 18 of... he got 17 of 7 deliveries there. And that ends the match. What a game we had here. We could have had our very first super over, which unfortunately we do not. And it's Dias Khalil Saiwan who end up winning this game. And as I spoke earlier, it was brilliant to push Rajab Hussain up the order. Yes, USRC got a wicket very early in that very first over of the bowling of Paras Benny Singh, caught by Babar Hayat. But after that, those partnerships, those numbers, Hussain Rajab 28, but Suleiman, brilliant until that last over. Unfortunately, running in to win that game, lost his wicket, but what an innings for him, 72, and Haider Ali with 63. And down the order there, it's a good finish there from Shahryar Khan. He got 17, and unfortunately for USRC, they had a lot of bowling options, but nobody could really pick up wickets the way they would have wanted to. And after Hussain, just the 2 overs for him. Paras Singh Benny, a little bit expensive, 40 for 3. He picked up wickets, but unfortunately, other than him, nobody else was able to pick up wickets. The other wickets coming through the form of run-outs. And Akbar Khan was expensive, none for 25. Fahad Hayat was nice. He bowled nicely, 32 runs off his 4 overs. Ishtiaq Mohammed bowled really well, 11 off his 2 overs. Ali Hassan, 29 off his 4. And Zakir Hayat there, 30 off his 2 overs in the end. Dias Khalil Saiwan winning by 6. Winning by 5 wickets in the end. And this Premier League is still wide and open. We are going to be back with another game next weekend, next Sunday, in this Sky Warriors T20 Premier League. And might be calling the game next week. Might not be calling the game next week. But it was fantastic calling the game today. This is Asif Hussain signing out. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.